Pardon me. I'm still coffee, and you're beautiful. Stay beautiful. And steep while we read Waft Hapless Youth, Chapter 5, Shinji Ikaku, Round 3. A good amount of stones in Johnny's wallet. Thank you, Special Private, for living up to your rich lineage. Pocketing those, the rest of his junk flew and sunk into the blue void. Next, the sword. A damn shame. It would fetch a hefty sum on the black market. Alas, a family sword held too many questions, too many loose ends. It, too, dropped into the blue. Shinji hurried over to collect the rest of his squad's corpses into a pile by the edge, praying no one walked by. Not that he couldn't use the help moving Carl's fat ass. Panting, in great need of a vacation, Shinji patted their robes and pockets. Lieutenant was packing double Johnny Stones. Score. Holding ample baggies of TV, too. See? With a positive attitude, even the most grim situations can lead to fortune. Thank you, Peters. Shinji's fingers twitched, tucking them away. Thank you, Carl. He rolled him over the edge. The fat pigeon sank away into nothingness. Next, his sickle. In comparison, Nitwit and Dunce were paperweights as they fell. They barely had any money. Same with Martinez and Lee. Useless to the end. It didn't matter once you turned to the blue. Everyone was a tiny droplet into the same, water to water. The only question was how to spend the time before. Captain Chiji Ikaku found his hat. He dusted it off. Back on the familiar way was a small, rewarding comfort. That was the answer. Small comforts. A good hat, good boots, a sword, and a little TV. Speaking of which, he earned a well-deserved smoking break. Trembling fingers packed Carl's TV into his pipe. The crystals glittered like crushed stars. One last taste of peace before reality demanded more of him. Who was he to refuse the responsibility of doom? How only he, their captain, barely managed to survive the beast's vicious assault. It lined up neatly in his mind, stacking like the stones in his pocket. His lips twitched in a mirthless smile. He could even earn a medal for this. JP had a soft spot for those abused by his wild oats. There could be workers' compensation, too. His paid vacation. Maybe a trip to JP's hot springs. Oh, baby, already things were looking better. A bright dawn waited just ahead, or just after the darkness. Shinji gulped smoke. The fat pigeon was holding out on him with the good shit. How fickle luck was. Fortunate enough that no one walked by. Now he would need someone too. He tucked his pipe, ready for what he had to do, raising his sword, hilt above his face. The pommel caught the light like a twinkle of hope and better times ahead. Ikaku struck his face. The calculated force put him flat on his ass as time melted with pain. It couldn't have been that long when a presence sparked copper on his tongue, a shadow over him. It's been a while, Ikaku. White, pristine robes. Oh no, not her, please, anyone but her. What were the chances of running into two of JP's daughters in one day? Shinji cried a little. It's not fair. A rough hand twice the size of his seized his throat. They gave the best hand jobs, but chances were unlikely that's what they were here for now. Ikaku gulped dry, shedding the skin on the roof of his mouth and swallowing it. 1 second they were in the meadows, the next, darkness. Space folded around them and unfolded. They reappeared somewhere. The sterile light stung. His organs revolted. Shinji fell to his hands and knees and puked the shadows of his breakfast. That's the end of chapter 5. Yeah. So that is total is 30 pages. And if you knock off the 3 from the prologue, that would put it at almost, I think, the right target. I think the goal is to hit either 2 notes, 25 pages or 50 pages. That's when you have to fucking sell. So I think the previous chapter was the knockoff. I feel like I'm gonna lose 50% on the previous chapter with the sword spanking, and then him just killing his entire squad. And then this would be the other cutoff right here, because this is when the next chapter, chapter 6, Corporal Jones, it's going to a second location. So I think that's where, as a reader, it's expected to be like, do I want to continue this romp? Go to another location with this person, with this Shinji Ikaku. I love it. I'm Stale Coffee. You're beautiful. Stay beautiful. Steep.